Hello, everybody. It's Fredrina with Trinity Professional Group. I am checking in again today for another Trinity 10. Happy Tuesday. I hope everyone had a good holiday. I'm really late on that part. Sorry, guys. But I hope you had a good holiday and just ready to dive back into some more business tips. Of course, Trinity Professional Group is an infrastructure consulting company where I help you set up your procedures and processes to make sure that your business flows fluidly, and then ultimately it'll flow efficiently because you already have your procedures and everything in place. So I am so glad to be back today to talk to you about another topic. For today's video, I'm actually going to be speaking on what it means to set the tone for your business. So a lot of times people don't realize that the attitude, the energy you bring to your company really decides who stays and who goes. I know we touched on this a bit for company culture, but what would it look like for a new business to set the tone for their company? What would it look like for a starting entrepreneur to really set the vibe, really set the energy within their company in a way that would make new employees want to come and old employees want to stay, because you're constantly revamping, you're constantly engaging the employees, and you realize that they're your greatest asset. It's not about the product or the service that you deliver, it's about your employees. So once you set the tone of appreciation, and once you set the tone of efficiency, once you set the tone of being productive, it's not hard for your employees to fall in line. But if it's not generated at the top from the beginning, like you have different personalities mixing, you have people who are more hands-on than people who like to listen, you have people who prefer to read instructions versus doing, so you have so many different people coming into play and so many preferences. If you don't have a line or a hard set idea of how you want your company to run or what you want it to be like, there's going to be no consistency. And without consistency, you're not going to have people who are able to function, because they won't know what it is from day to day. So they could be excelling in an area, but because that area is not the focus, then that'll cause them to want to stop focusing, or that'll cause them to stop wanting to be progressive and overachieve because they don't know where the company is going. So once you set the tone for your company, as far as if it's going to be upbeat, if it's going to be more quiet, and your company culture is going to be more focused on production, and then we celebrate at the end of reaching a goal, however you want that to be for your company, you need to set that tone early on. A lot of times companies want to figure it out as they go when it comes to what you expect within your office or what you expect within your warehouse or business. You need to have a clear set mind, or a clear idea of where you're going when it comes to incorporating whatever it is your business provides. If you're providing beauty products, you may have something within your company where you focus on women who wear makeup, or you focus on people who enjoy packaging a certain way, or they enjoy placing different items, or even if you offer freebies, they know which items to place in there, because your company culture is surrounded with people who are invested in what the company stands for. But that's also because you, as the owner, have set the tone for that. You've set the tone where we're not just producing something and shipping it out because we make money. This is what we believe in. This is something that we enjoy doing. We enjoy delivering this service to our customers in a way that makes them feel like they're a part of us as a company and as a brand. And we all have embodied that same mindset. So not only do your employees know what to do and what to expect, your customers do as well. So in setting the tone, you have a set rhythm, and that's I guess another way to even say infrastructure. You have a set rhythm, a set flow of how things are to go from inception of an order to delivery of that order, or from inception of a service request to fulfilling that service request. So when saying that customers know what your tone is, with smaller businesses, we tend to have a bit more restraints on what we can and cannot offer at the beginning, or even sometimes in the middle, like you've invested so much at the beginning, like my little bonus video I talked about on Sunday, those investments, those sacrifices. And so once you get a certain number of customers, you're at a place where you need to pivot and do something a little different to fulfill the current customer base you have, as well as gravitate and grab a new set of customers. So when you're setting the tone for this, you want to make sure that your employees are at the base or at the helm of what it is you choose to employ next. You want to make sure that you're taking their ideas, you're listening to their production cues, and realizing that it's not just about pushing the numbers, but you need their input because they're the ones fulfilling the orders. So in delivering that service and setting that tone, your employees have become product based, but also keeping the brand at the forefront. So they know that with the new customers, we're going to be pumping out more product, we're going to be boxing more product, but they also realize that that old quality of care that they had with picking certain freebies or packaging it nicely that got the customers hooked in the beginning, they're going to have to keep up with that. So now that you have production in a way that is consistent, when you do get those new customers, you can fulfill their orders and ultimately refurbish or repay that initial investment that you had from the beginning. So in setting the tone, you want to make sure that things like the level of professionalism, the dress code, how you want your employees to interact with each other, definitely not on, a harassment side, but some companies have a more joking kind of vibe to them. Some of them are a bit more lenient. Some of them have where the employees kind of play games together or whatever the case may be. So you want to set that tone from the beginning, and it's based on who you are as an entrepreneur. It's based on what you enjoy doing as an entrepreneur or what you want to see come alive within your business. We've all had jobs before where we didn't like them and we wanted to change something, or we wish that something was a little bit different, just tweaked a bit and made better in some way for the greater good, of course. So now that you're in the creative space where you're setting the tone for your business, you want to incorporate all of these ideas that you had at that time, or think of all the things that you wish were done but weren't done for you. And once you set that tone, you'll be able to hire employees according to the tone that you've set, because it's your business. And of course, there are going to be people who may not exactly match what you set out for in the beginning, but they could still be very conducive to where you're trying to go as a company and stay in business long term. You're going to have some people who are more serious, or you're going to have some people who are more reserved or more quiet, but the overall tone for your business, your overall company culture is still thriving and fun, or however you may set it out to be. And then even in the converse of that, with having a more serious and reserved, quiet, detail-oriented, focused business, you may have those people who enjoy laughing and joking and things like that, but they still feel comfortable enough to be themselves, like we talked about with company culture. Those two antipodes can still exist, but it's based on the creativity and the vision of the entrepreneur at the beginning. The tone was set at the beginning. This is how I want my company to run. This is how I want my employees who choose to come and work here to feel when they come here. So it starts with me. It trickles down from there. Who am I as a leader? What do I like to see in a company? When I was working here, what didn't I like? When I moved to this company, I really like that, but I don't like this. Now you're in the seat of control. And when you have that control, you have to know what to do with it. And it's not just a right now thing. You can't just, be into the lively and the fun things. And then once you get investors, you switch over to being numbers focused. Now you've confused your entire staff. You've confused everyone who grew with you, who are now possibly in leadership. And now they've gotten to the point where they don't really know who you are or who the brand is or what the brand is that they're representing anymore, because you've gotten away from your original tone, which is why it is so crucial to stay connected to your business. Even when you become a medium or a large size company, you need to keep in mind why you started. Who were you when you started? Who do you want to evolve into? But during that evolution, don't lose your core. Don't lose the core of who you are. So when setting the tone, it really just exudes from you. It's your aura. It's who you are as a leader, who you are as an entrepreneur, who you want your brand to be and represented as. And then also doing that in a way where it trickles down to your customers so that they know, what to follow or what the protocol is. They know that all orders have to be in by 8 p.m. on a Thursday in order to get them over the weekend. Whatever protocols you set in place based off of the tone of who you are as an entrepreneur will then be echoed by your customers, and then those new customers should also be able to follow that tone and that echo of the original customers, because you've had it in place so long and been so consistent that your employees exude that same expectation that you exuded from the beginning as a leader. So again, it's been another successful Trinity 10. I'm so excited and thankful for you guys constantly coming and watching my content and commenting and liking and sharing. I truly appreciate you all. And I cannot wait to come back with the rest of this topic. I may piggyback on this one a little bit as far as setting the tone and honing in on that company culture a little bit more because it's such a big deal, especially in an employee market. Entrepreneurs, you're going to be hiring, so this is a big one to make sure you incorporate with your business. Again, Fredrina with Trinity Professional Group for another Trinity 10. Be sure to like, follow, and subscribe so you're always aware of my videos and content. Thank you.